Thank you, O God, for using him to touch the lives of all officers and men who have had need at one point in time or the other to seek medical attention from him. Lord, through him, almost all the officers in this command have had cause to smile, because anytime we knock on his door, he will open and attend to us. Father, thank you very much for using him marvelously in this command. Thank you, O God, for preserving his life. Thank you, O God, for using him. Even when we had inoculation against one particular disease, you used him. And he has touched the life of all our officers here. Father, thank you. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. As this phase is rounding off today, Father, move him to a higher glory. Amen. Move him to a higher high. Amen. Let him see goodness in his whole endeavors. Father, touch him positively. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. We know that anything that is handed over to you is secure. Father, secure his life. Amen. We want to hear good news from time to time, emanating from his houses. Father, do it for us. We have no silver or gold to give him, but oh God, we hand him over to you. Father, use him mightily. Amen. Let his name be heard from nation to nation, Amen. From country to country. Amen. Use him mightily for the good of humanity. Amen. Let it, oh God, be a point that he had been with us, and we wish him well, that is departing from us with all the goodwill that we can muster from here. Silver and gold we may not have, but let him go in your name. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Use him as a point of contact for other corps members, Amen. Who have worked tirelessly in their various stations. Father, provide jobs for them. Amen. Nationally and internationally. Amen. Do it and take glory, Lord. And we shall all ascribe all these glory unto you. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you very much.
I must tell you that I've had cause to administer and manage youth corpus over the years, for when I was a middle level officer. But I think managing Dr. Ibe is most remarkable, because there's somebody who is always handy, very ready to attend to you at any time, call him anywhere. At most inconveniencing periods, his services have been sought, and he was handy to take care of the situation and all that. And the story I'm talking about is what reverberates in almost, in most of our homes. We have cause to visit many homes because of the service with us. One thing that is obvious in this life, and which all of us must emulate, is that humility pays. You lose nothing by being humble. You lose nothing by being good to people, being nice to people. Status is of God. It's God that places people. It's not the one we assume among ourselves is just the mundane things that physically we think we are anything, but it's only God that knows who is what. Being nice to people pays. Good relationship pays, because this job, you think when we finish with this uniform, we will not meet again. It's not true. This is just a phase in our relationship. Before we joined the service, we had a coterie of friends from the universities and the rest of them, and we all played on at that stage. There was this dream, let me be employed tomorrow. Then some of us came into the service, and then instead of trying to make positive impact on people. It became a benchmark for humiliation and hurting people right from that. And then when you continue doing that, when that phase closes, the other one is an empty horizon, an empty place that at that stage you are no longer sure of getting anybody who is worth anything again. Because age-wise, you can no longer get down to certain levels. The other upper area, they have already become recluses and they're in their various homes that they no longer go out anymore. When people are in their 70s and the rest of them, you retire, for instance, you want to go and make friends with a 70-year-old man or 70-year-old woman, what would you be discussing? You know? So most of these things are better handled and better done while you are still very active and strong. You know, so I wasn't surprised when I met when Dr. Ibe, the first time I came here, I met him on ground, and so just like we've known ourselves for a long time, jolly good fellow, ready to sacrifice any time and energy to ensure that he pleases you and all that. It was obvious he was very hardworking, and he's still very hardworking. You know, some of the proposals he was coming up with were things that I wish every other doctor, every other institution will have the opportunity of having someone like him. And that was why I insisted when he called me. I was in Enugu, when he said he was to travel. I think you were to travel yesterday or the other day. I said, no way, you can't travel now. I have to come back. So wait. If for nothing else, let's just sit down like this with him. Whisper a few words into his ear, and then ask him to keep up with the spirit in which he has started this life. He keeps on like this. I'm sure that the sky will be the same. You know, very unassuming. And like I said, what are we even assuming ourselves? You are a controller today. You will be a controller to eternity. You finish with controllership and then you retire one day and become an ordinary fellow. In summary, good neighborliness, good relationship pays. I want to say that I enjoyed his stay, and I wish and I hope that he enjoyed his stay with us too. As he's leaving us, unfortunately, we are not privileged to have a doctor at all, not to talk of having one like him. So the clinic appears to be going into slumber. I'm going to sleep for some time until we make effort to get somebody who will keep it alive again. So, on behalf of the officers, I want to thank you most sincerely for your services. I want to tell you that we enjoyed your stay. And then given another opportunity, I think it will be a good thing you can have it again. Not as a couple this time. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you. Before any other thing, please just come up, let me present to you what the command say I speak to you.
Thank you very much.
So, on behalf of the officers and men of the command, so hold on to this. Whatever I can get for you, God will be good.
Thank you. Here standing before us is Dr. Ibe Chukuma. He is a man enshrouded in philosophy in all aspects of his life. A multi-talented human being, footballer, medical doctor, music producer, and a blogger. Dr. Ibe Chiemezie Chukuma was born into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Longinus Ibe of Umuduru Ekwe, Isu local government area of Imo State, on the 17th of October 1990. He is the last of the children of his parents. The wings of ambition are strengthened by hard work and providence. Dr. Ibe attended the Bishop Hodges Catholic Primary School at Akure in Ondo State, where he obtained his first school leaving certificate in 2001. His quest for further education saw him proceeding to King's College, Lagos, for his secondary education. Being a very brilliant child who took delight in his studies, he obtained the West African Senior School Certificate in Flying Colors in the year 2007. His days at King's College further deepened his interest in not only university education, but also studying medicine, which had been his youthful dream. Spurred by this noble dream, young Ibe gained admission into the University of Port Harcourt to study medicine and surgery in 2009. The University of Port Harcourt offered him ambience for medical studies, which he pursued happily and accomplished with style in 2017. He enrolled and was inducted into the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria after having met the prescribed requirements. Dr. Ibe did his housemanship at the Federal Medical Center, Owerri, Imo State, and emerged in 2019 as the best house officer in surgery, as well as the overall best house officer 2018-2019 set. He briefly worked as a volunteer at the Medical Excellence Foundation for Africa, MEFA, Owerri, an NGO in health education and advocacy. He was there till he was called up for national service in June 2019. Humanitarian works. Dr. Ibe's private practice as a medical doctor was more of a humanitarian intervention. His life was marked by the commitment to helping others. In furtherance of this, he educated patients on preventive measures for common diseases, donated information, education, and communication posters centered on creating awareness about HIV and AIDS. He also donated 3 sets of uniform, a school bag, a pair of sandals, and carried out the payment of school fees for an indigent student at the Magudekwu International Secondary School, Calabar, among others. Dr. Ibe also organized several awareness campaigns for Nigerian Education Service Cross River State Command. In fact, he teamed up with other corporate doctors to vaccinate all our officers against hepatitis B and HIV. He also brought the idea of hand washing even before the federal government adopted that as one of the preventive measures of controlling the COVID-19. His selfless and altruistic gesture caught the attention of his employers, Nigerian Immigration Service, who not only poured encomium on him during the visit of the state coordinator and management staff of the command, but also sent in a commendation letter for his sterling performance. Permit me to inform the Comptroller, sir, that Dr. Ibe emerged the best copper in Cross River State. I'm not surprised. He was the best all-round copper in Cross River State. I present to you, sir, Dr. Ibe Chemezie Chukuma.
So I've learned so many things from you. During the time the Comptroller was even talking to us, he made mention or he emphasized the word humility. Humility is very, very much important. A person who left his house and went to his in-law's house and he prostrated for a 10 years old, it won't remove anything from him. You know, he's looking for something. It won't remove anything from him. Humility is very, very much important. And according to the scripture, they have told us that whoever humble himself shall be exalted, and whoever exalted himself shall be humble. So all those things are very, very much important. I wish we have people like you again. We are going to fill your absence, the establishment here, and if you have anybody, as we are going, if you still have anybody to recommend for us, we still need your assistance. so as to keep the bones and the flesh together and to keep things moving. We are going to fill your absence, and the way you have even done here, I will just advise you to keep it up, so that the way you are doing, you have shown so many good examples here, and we have even learned so many things from you. May Almighty God continue guiding you and be protecting you, so that you reach the apex of this your discipline. Thank you very much.
I always call him my son, and he has been a son to me. Dr. Ibe is quite a pleasant person, quite pleasant, very humble, very cheerful, even to the extent that the toilet, he does the washing, he does the bedroom himself, so he wash the bedroom. And during the Christmas time, while I was at home, he called me and said, please, man, I want you to talk to my mom. So while I was talking with the mother, he said, mother in Israel. I said, I couldn't comprehend it. I said, your son is quite a nice child. He's very nice. Even as I'm staying with him, I always allow him his space, and he always allow me my space. If I'm in the kitchen, the doctor will not even come to the kitchen until I'm done with the kitchen before he comes. So I always observe that. And Doc, I still want to tell you that I told you most times that God will see you through. That more grace, more blessings, greater heights. Because when you have this humble spirit in you, you will go far in life. You don't need to struggle for anything. This spirit of horsemanship we preach is in you. You are a horsemanship practitioner. Because even at times, at all times, people come to knock on his door. Doctor will come out. Doctor will be cheerful. Doctor will keep smiling. There was a day somebody came to consult with him, and already for 2 days I've not seen him. So they told, I said, doctor, what is wrong? He said, man, I've been sick, yo. I said, oh, you are sick and you are here. He didn't let me know. I told the person, this doctor you want to see has been sick for 2 days. Please. He said, man, I will still need to talk to the person. You know, that shows you how passionate he is with this profession. And may the good God you serve be your guide and guide.
I happen to be the closest officer to Dr. Ibe here in the command. Yes, the closest officer to him. In virtue of where he is working. Well, whenever there's an emergency, anywhere in the barrack, within the command here, we call provost. The first person I will call is doctor. And wherever doctor is, sometimes it's the stadium. You just say, please give me 5 minutes. Before you know, doctor is there. The day the late Nwachuku collapsed in the barrack, the person we called was doctor. Okay? The day they brought Libata, in fact, several examples like that. Whenever we call him, he's always ready for us. Not only that, I later got to discover that they call him Star Doc.
Yeah.
What? Star Doctor.
Star.
Yes, Star Doctor. That is his nickname among the Star Doctor. Even in the NYC, even the Star, they call him. When you guys say you're looking for a Star Doc, because he's a star in music, he plays football, he's the chief medical director, and several other appointments. A very good, jolly fellow. I personally would miss him. I just pray there should not be any emergency. So, doctor, I want to wish you well in your endeavor. I pray that when we meet at the top, we'll have cause to thank God.
Yes.
I bless you and I bless your career.
We'll call on Star Dr. Ibe Chimezie to give us his response, his word. Otherwise, let's ask for that. Yes, Dr. Chimezie.
The Comptroller, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, officers and men of the Nigerian Media Service, Comand. I'm overwhelmed. In fact, words fail me to actually describe how I feel. But I think I'll have to say a few words. First and foremost, coming to the Nigerian Media Service it felt like coming home to me, one. he also felt like an avenue for me to give back to. And I say this because my father is a police officer. My father retired as the commissioner of police, for Sendforth Abuja. And if you listen to my citation from Ondo State Primary School to Lagos State Secondary School to Port Harcourt University, it has basically been a nomadic life, you know. And it came with a lot of sacrifice. I saw him make sacrifices for the country. I saw times that we had to take the backstage for him to work for the country. And no doubt, God has blessed him. I'm a medical doctor. My elder brother is a medical doctor in the US. My sister is also a doctor. And my other sister is a police officer, just like him. But I saw those sacrifices, and coming here, I felt that it's the same thing. I even heard that the immigration was carved out from the Nigerian. I don't know if that is correct. And that was me coming to give back to my father and his likes. So I will also make reference to him because growing up, I observed him. Despite being someone up there, the same way he relates with fellow big men, it's the same way he relates with every other person. So he made us understand that what you have on your shoulders is nothing. You are flesh and blood like the next person. So why don't you act normal? So a lot of the values I have, I inculcated from him. Till tomorrow, I'm very, very grateful to him. Now, about medical practice, I studied at University of Port Harcourt, and the training that we got was such that at every point in time, do the best possible that you can do. You might not be able to do it all, but the best possible. And a lot of times, what is required from you is the basic. We have a clinic here that has just a few number of items, but with those few number of items, we're able to do a lot of things. Those that are beyond the capacity of the clinic, we quickly refer. For those that have consulted me, if you bring something that is beyond me, I put a call across immediately to my senior colleagues and say, this is what I've come up with. How do I go about this and this? Because at the end of the day, it's not about showing that you are like a professional. The most important is that the patient is fine, and life goes on. I don't see any reason to be proud because everything I have has been given to me by God. So my own work is to give back to God through humanity. I want to say a very big thank you to everybody here. This afternoon I got my passport renewed by the PCO. Got my passport renewed by the PCO. This pandemic, they say stay at home, stay at home. If you are hungry, you cannot stay at home. Yeah. And she was responsible for keeping me at home because whenever she cooks, she keeps my own food. Sometimes I wake up late and I see food in the kitchen. And if I'm free from coronavirus, I think I will attribute it to her. At this point, I want to really, really thank the controller. I'm someone that is very passionate about medical practice. I'm very, very passionate about it. That's why I even devised means of educating people using music. And no matter how passionate you are, you get to an environment where they don't give you, they don't shine a light on the path for you to walk. There is nothing you can do. For every recommendation I made, the controller granted them. For every request I made, the controller granted them. Even the time that I needed to go to the Ministry of Health, break into the Ministry of Health and get materials, it was with his influence. It was just a letter, and that was it. Anytime I had to go to the ministry, I had a driver, I had an official, I had a security detail, and he now looked at it when I get there, because I don't even go there with the proper uniform. I don't go there with proper uniform. I go there wearing something like this or a suit, and you see someone following me behind. I say, you should clear the road. So we go in there and say, doctor, I'm from the Nigerian Regional Service, blah 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 blah. They say, welcome. What do you want? What can we do for you? And the rest of them, and it all gets done. It's after they now say, you're even a copper. But we have gotten what we wanted to get. So whether I'm a copper or not, it just doesn't matter. being here, I've also been trained in my profession, because my greatest fear when I came here was I didn't have a doctor to work with, I didn't have a nurse to work with, I didn't have any other person. It was just me. And whatever decision I made was either going to make or mar whoever comes to me. And I reached out to my sister and said, see, CCC, I'm scared, blah, blah, blah. She said, you'll be fine now. You get why then they call you star dog. That's what she said. You know, I'm like, okay, fine. But being here, I've mastered my managerial skills. Being that I was able to manage the clinic, manage patients, even go as far as getting to people's homes to manage their, during the Christmas I didn't travel. I practically lived in the controller's house because his son was ill. It was an everyday thing. So above all, the coronavirus is here and the rest of them. The NCDC is training people. The controller has got me involved in 2 trainings. The first was with the Cross River State Ministry of Health, where you had the ministry, the commissioner, the PEMSEC, and all the big people. And I was part of them there, And when I go there, nobody knows I'm a copper because I try to dress very well. That's that. Then secondly, at the national body, there was an NCDC training for security stakeholders. I remember, I know I saw Frank Mba at that meeting. I saw some very top police officers, military men, people from the NIA and all of them. And I was also in that meeting. And after the meeting, I learned a lot, but still, I sat back as a guy. Is this you? So I really thank God for everything. I got the award for the best core member in the state. That's true, but that wouldn't have happened if the controller did not send a recommendation to us. And also, I've been nominated for a national award. So in about a year or two, the NYC people from Abuja will be coming here to make enquiries. I hope I get good recommendations. So I am very, very grateful. This place also, they say, okay, I'm the only person, there's no work here. Where I'm coming from, we worked our heads off. But this place afforded me the opportunity to study for my exams. I don't know if you remember when you came at the clinic, I told you that at this point I'm studying for 2 exams at the same time on the rest of them. And it was right in, when you come, you see me also studying. It was in this place that I passed these exams. While on this, these are international exams that will help me build my career in medicine. If I was in the teaching hospital, it would not have happened. If I was elsewhere, it would not have. So I just see myself as someone who is graced, if I'll put it that way. My life is a life of grace, and I thank God for everything. Now there's lockdown, but I'm able to travel because of the shadow of the controller over me. So anyhow you look at it, I don't know how to conceal my thoughts or my feelings or my joy. I'm very, very expressive. So I want to say a very big thank you to the controller, to the CIC, 2IC, HRM, PCO, everybody, the people at the, in fact, I already know all the offices in the command. Human trafficking, we worked together a lot of times when we brought in people and all of that. They needed my input. And while I was doing all of those work, I was also learning. And in medicine, the most important thing is that you learn, because your experience will help the next patient. That's why even after a patient dies, we go ahead and do autopsy and do review, because you don't want that to happen to the next person. So I really say a very, very big thank you to you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Then, sorry, please. I have a presentation to make. Okay, I made this for our controller. Yeah, and then also this is a compilation of everything that happened in the last 1 year, with pictures, with documents. I just want it to be stored either in my file or my phone or wherever, and all of that. I have all the pictures of everything. So let me present the most important one first. I hope it looks just like I'm
Very well.
Just outlines everything I have done, and I think it can be used as a working document for anybody that comes after now. Person can take a cue from whatever it is that we did, from fixing the things that we did at the clinic. So. That's all right. Thank you very much.
The work you have done here, wherever you're going, do more. And we pray to Almighty God to bring somebody else, another doctor, not you now, but like you to us. Because as officers, we are aging. Most of us, we don't have spare parts in the market. You understand? And just like you rightly put it, you give us lessons, or you have said so much on how to keep ourselves health-wise, the things we should do and the things we should avoid. So we pray that we'll get somebody like you, and we just hope that we'll remember some of the things. Like yesterday I was with him, I told you that I wasn't feeling too well. He said I should take paracetamol. I said, no doctor, I wanted something higher, but he said no. So once in a while, please don't be tired. You hear from most of us. We'll still call on you because we need your wealth of experience, and at least, please don't pick our calls when we call on you. So on behalf of the Comptroller, the senior officers present here, and my other colleagues, and all of us, I think from Cross River State Command, we say thank you. We'll miss you, but God will go before you. So, thank you.
Amen.